this unit, we'll take a look at making, accepting, and declining an invitation.
And we'll be using the past continuous.
Restaurants are good because you can talk to your date. It's not like going to a club where you have to yell or scream. Movies are good for a second date because then you don't have to talk so much. But a first date, I usually like a restaurant.
What are you doing? I'm practicing for tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Well, tomorrow I'm asking Lily out. Hey, listen. You can help me. You be Lily. Lily, there's a costume party next weekend at International House. Would you like to go?
Sorry, Don. I hate costume parties.
You're right. Maybe she doesn't like costume parties. How's this? Hey, babe, I was wondering, would you like to go out sometime?
Are you nuts? Don't call her babe. And don't invite her for some time. Invite her for a movie for next weekend.
Well, how's this? Hi there, Lily. Lily, I was wondering, would you like to go dancing with me next weekend?
Now you're cooking. That's perfect.
Hi. Yes, sure, I'd love to. I don't believe it. Lily just asked me out to the costume party on Saturday night. She loves costume parties. What a woman.
Kristen, yesterday I took a trip down memory lane. I went to our old neighborhood and saw some of our old friends and places.
Did you? How is everybody doing?
Great. Do you remember our friend Karen?
Karen Moran.
The one who was always talking and talking and talking.
Yeah, what's
now
she doing
she's a popular radio host in the next town.
That's cool.
I know.
And do you remember Harvey?
Harvey.
What's he doing now?
The one who was always cooking for everyone and throwing parties. Right. Well, he owns a restaurant just around the block.
Wow.
Very popular place.
Would you like to go there and reminisce some more?
I don't know. Is this a date?
Oh, whatever.
Okay, let's go.
I went to college at Southwest Missouri State, and the experience was, it was a great experience, but I was very nervous in the beginning, petrified. And then later I met a lot of people, friends, made very, very good friends. It was fun.
I loved it. It was a rewarding experience. I met one of my best friends who I still keep in contact with. And I felt I got a good education and learned a lot about life.
I was young. I was 16 when I went to college. And I remember my mother leaving me there and thinking, okay, this is a new experience. And it was indeed the first time I'd ever been away, I think, from home. And it was fine. It was, a month or so of adjustment, but everyone else was in the same position. It was a small school. It was about 500 girls. It was all women. So that, I think, helped, in fact. Everyone had, you shared your feelings, and it was, I thought it was a good experience.
In this unit, we'll take a look at offering help and asking for a favor.
And we'll be using will for willingness and for the future.
My husband proposed in a restaurant, in a lounge. It was Valentine's Day. We were waiting to go into dinner, and because it was so crowded, we had to wait about an hour and 15 minutes.
Hey, Pete, what's wrong? You look worried.
I am. I want to ask Kate to marry me.
Well, hallelujah. It's about time. You two are a great couple. Wow, is that the ring? It's classy.
Yeah, but I'm scared. I won't know what to say.
Simple. Just say, Kate, will you marry me?
No, I mean, I don't know how to ask her.
All right, look, we'll practice, okay? You be yourself, I'll be Kate.
Kate, will you marry me?
You can do better than that. Come on. Get down on your knees. Say it with feeling.
All right. I love you, Kate. Will you marry me?
Darling, of course I will. What took you so long to ask? Okay, that'll do it.
Nah, she won't marry me.
Sure she will. Trust me.
Pete, this is a wonderful restaurant. You have such good taste.
Thanks. Yeah, this is a pretty nice place. Kate,
Yes?
there's something I want to ask you.
Yes, go ahead.
Kate, will you pass the salt?
Sure. Here.
Thanks. Kate,
Yes?
how's your salmon?
Super. How's your steak?
Oh, it's delicious. Kate,
Yes.
I don't know how to ask you this, but,
It's okay. Just say it.
Kate, oh no.
Pete, of course I'll marry you. What took you so long to ask?
Congratulations.
Kristen, I got this great new car the other day. It's red, it's fast, it makes me look great.
That's great.
But there's a bit of a problem. You see, I don't know much about cars, and, you know, I was wondering, could you do me a favor?
It depends on what it is.
Well, do you think maybe you could tell me how to check the oil on my new car?
Why, are you having trouble with it already?
Oh, no, I'm just being cautious.
I know what you mean. I check my oil every time I fill it up with gas.
Well, sounds like you know what you're doing. I don't have a clue.
Well, would you let me help?
Well, would you?
Sure. And I'll even show you how to do it yourself so you don't have to keep asking me.
Well, you sure have your work cut out for you.
I love Nantucket. I find it very peaceful. An island is probably the only place I can ever relax. I love to read non-law when I get the chance, and so I bring a stack of books with me, and I love going to the beach and just sitting there watching the water, reading, swimming, and walking around those little quaint streets in Nantucket.
Idealistically, for my next vacation, I'd like to go to Greece?
I'd like to go to Florida again. I went last April, and I'd like to go to Disney World.
We haven't decided. My husband and I like to go camping and hiking, so we usually do outdoorsy types of things. Maybe Montana, Wyoming. We live on the West Coast, so we tend to gravitate towards that area.
In this unit, we'll take a look at exchanging something in a store, stating a problem, and coming to an agreement.
And we'll be using the comparative form of adjectives.
I have a friend who just loves to shop. She is particularly addicted to shoes, and she will go anywhere. If she sees shoes in the window, she will go, and she usually buys some. She's pretty crazy, and she'll put off most anything to go shopping.
Oh, may I help you?
I'd like to exchange this sweater.
I'm sorry, I can't make exchanges. I'm new here. Could you try another salesperson?
Okay.
May I help you?
Yes, I'd like to exchange this sweater. Can you do it?
Oh, yes. Just bring it over to the sales desk right over there, and I'll be with you in a moment.
Thank you.
That's a beautiful sweater.
Thanks, I like it too, but it doesn't fit. It's too big on me. I'm a smaller size.
Gosh, it's a wonderful match for this skirt. What size is it?
10.
Okay, now?
Yes, I'd like to exchange this sweater.
Do you have a receipt?
No, it was a present.
Oh, let me see it. Sorry. This is not from our store.
It isn't.
Oh, definitely not.
Excuse me, but I really like that sweater. It's just my size. Can I buy it from you?
Well, I guess so. How much do you think it's worth?
Oh, give her $30. I got that same sweater across the street.
Is that okay with you?
Sure, it's a deal.
Tommy, I went to the store the other day, and I bought a pair of shoes.
Cool, so did I.
What a coincidence.
Yeah.
Anyway, my shoes are too tight,
Amazing, mine were too big.
and I would like to return them.
Are you nervous about that?
A little bit.
Oh, nothing to be nervous about. I went to the store and I said, "Sir, can I exchange these shoes for a larger pair?" And he says, "Sure." And so I had shoes and I left.
You left with
With shoes.
that fit.
Mm-hmm.
Would you go with me?
I'd love to go with you. Let's go to the mall.
Okay.
Yeah, I like shopping in malls because you find all the shops together.
No, I do not like shopping in malls. I just don't like malls, period. I'm not a big mall person. I've never have been.
No, I hate shopping in malls. I hate shopping, period. Why? It's never appealed to me.
I do not like shopping in malls. It's too crowded. It's the same type of clothing. It's very generic. You get the same thing in each store. Nothing's different or unique.
Malls are all right, but I don't really like them because sometimes people smoke in malls and it's really smoky in there sometimes. But I like hanging out with my friends.
In this unit, we'll take a look at asking about someone's absence, offering sympathy, and suggesting a course of action.
And we'll be using the present perfect.
To do my laundry, I divide it into darks and lights, and sometimes whites and lights. And I will wash the darks usually in cold water and the lights in warm water. And I put in the detergent, and then I put in my clothes, and I turn on the water.
Hi, Glenn. Where have you been? I haven't seen you lately.
Oh, hi, Lynn. I was sick all last week. I haven't even been to work.
That's too bad. Any better now?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. But I sure have a lot of laundry to do. Wow. Some of these are really dirty. Do you have any stain remover?
Yeah, right here. Use as much as you want.
Oh, no. Look at this. It didn't take the stains out.
Oh, I'm sorry, Glenn. It always works for me.
Have you tried this?
Product X? No, I haven't. What is it?
It's a great new stain remover. It's guaranteed to remove stains. Or your money back.
Well...
Go ahead. Try it.
Okay.
Oh, Glenn, my clothes are finished. I'd better get back home now. See you soon.
Yeah, bye, Lynn. See ya. Oh, no! Look at this!
Well, it removed the stains, didn't it?
Kristen, I haven't seen you in weeks. How have you been?
Not so good. I hurt my back a couple of weeks ago, so I haven't been into work.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It must hurt.
A little bit.
Well, have you been to the doctor?
I have, but there's really nothing that they can do for me. I just have to rest.
Ouch. Well, have you thought about, like, breathing and stretching? Things like that usually
Can't
help.
even touch my toes.
Wow, wow. Well, have you considered acupuncture?
Oh, I hate needles.
Well, have you thought about a chiropractor?
I have, but do you know a good one?
Well, actually, my neighbor's a chiropractor. He's a really good one, too.
Wow, would you introduce me?
Sure, he'll fix you right up. Let's go meet him.
Okay, thanks.
We did that 30 years ago when I was expecting my first child. We took 1 month vacation and traveled. We were living in Chicago and we went all the way up to the Canadian border, down the Pacific coast, down to California and back again to Chicago through Colorado.
If Niagara Falls is a park, I visited there and I was like 5, so I don't necessarily remember the experience.
I've been to the Grand Canyon, which I very much enjoyed. My husband and I, as I said, like to hike, and we went to the bottom and back up to the top in one day. I think we did it in 7 hours, just over 7 hours. Beautiful. One of the most exciting things I've ever done.
In this unit, we'll take a look at asking for advice giving advice, and suggesting an alternative.
And we'll be using should and could.
Yeah, I once bought a used Pentax K1000 camera for $200, which included a flash and some developing equipment. And it was a really great price, and I needed it for a class I was taking, a photography class, so I was really happy.
So, Ernie, have you found a place to live yet?
Oh, actually, I just gave a deposit on a house.
Congratulations, that's great.
Thanks. But I feel a little bad about it.
Why? Is something wrong with the house?
Oh, no, that's not it. The house is fine. I feel bad because I'm buying the house from a little old lady, and I don't think she understands what she's doing.
Why?
Well, the house is worth a lot more money than she's asking for it. Tell me, what do you think I should do?
Gosh, I don't know. You could tell her what you think and offer her more money, or you could ask to speak to a friend or relative of hers.
Well, that's a good idea. But then again, if she's happy, why should I complain?
Well, what happened?
I did it. That young man gave me a deposit.
Yes! That's great.
Poor baby. I really shouldn't take his money. He thinks the house is worth more money, and I'm just a foolish old lady. If he only knew.
Kristen, my mother's birthday's coming up, and I have to get her a gift, and she doesn't like me to spend a lot of money, and she's very hard to buy for. What should I do?
Well, what does she like? Does she like dancing? Does she like music?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you should take her to the theater and some dinner.
I could do that, but I don't have much money.
Right. Well, you could always get her jewelry.
No, I could do that, but...
But she doesn't want you to spend a lot of money. Well, gifts that come from the heart always mean the most. Maybe you should write her a poem.
Well, I'm not much of a writer.
Okay. Well, have you asked her what she might like?
Well, I haven't talked to her in a long time.
Well, maybe you should give her a call.
Can I borrow a quarter?
Give me a break.
I enjoy living in a city. I live in San Diego. There are a lot of things to do, restaurants, places to enjoy, and yet we're not far from the mountains and the beach.
I like the city because I can get to everywhere. And here in Boston we have a lot of snow, and if it's really bad, you can't get anywhere. But at least I can walk from where I live to the station.
I like the hustle and bustle. I love being able to walk out and have 7-Eleven open, you know, whatever. If I need milk, I never have to get in a car. I walk to work. There's always something going on. I've lived on Beacon Hill for 27 years, and I've never been bored.
I enjoy living in big cities because I like to meet lots of different people, and living there gives me the chance to meet them.
San Francisco is probably my favorite, actually, because I think it's more diverse. It's a little bigger, and the surrounding area, it's mountains, you know, ocean, skiing, and it's warmer.
In this unit, we'll take a look at apologizing and confirming identity.
And we'll be using negative yes-no questions and negative questions with why.
I think in an elevator, the rules are not to be too close. So unless the elevator is packed with people, you should be a foot away from each other.
Excuse me, could you hit 4, please?
Sure.
Thanks. Say, aren't you Jim Jameson? You know, the writer? Boy, I really like your books.
No, I'm not Jim Jameson. I'm not a writer.
Are you sure? You look just like him. Oh, excuse me, I'm
That's
really
okay.
sorry.
That's okay. Don't worry. No.
Could you press 8, please?
Sure.
Bob? How have you been? Why didn't you tell me you were in town?
Excuse me, ma'am. You must have me confused with someone else. My name isn't Bob.
I'm sorry. You look just like someone I know. Sorry.
It's okay.
Could you hit 15, please? Hey, weren't you at Marsha's party the other night? I never did get your name. I'm Bill Lopez. Wasn't that a great party?
Glad to meet you, Bill, but I think you've got me confused with somebody else. I don't know Marcia, and I wasn't at her party the other night.
Sorry, man. You look just like a guy at the party. Ah! Excuse me. I hope your foot's all right.
It's fine.
Hey, aren't you coming to the company picnic?
Well, I'm sorry, I can't.
Why can't you?
Well, I kind of have other plans.
Come on, you can tell me.
No, it's kind of a secret, you know? That we are friends. Okay, I'll tell you. I have a great job interview.
That's great. Why didn't you tell me?
Well, you know, I just didn't want it to get out.
Don't you know that you can trust me by now?
Ah, you're right, we are friends.
And isn't that what friends are for?
You're right, friends are like that.
Hey, good luck. I'll catch you later.
All right, thanks.
That type of car that I would like to buy would be safe, fuel efficient, and environmentally sound.
A good car for the city would be one that's economical with gas. I guess kind of small, you can always find a parking spot for. Those would be good qualities for a car in the city.
I would never buy a new car. Once you drive it off the lot, it loses its value very quickly. And I would have my mechanic check it out first.
The criteria that I look for in buying a car and actually using a car would be things that are more on the economical scale, like type of gas mileage that it gets, the reliability. I think that's very important. Nowadays you see how everything is hectic. If you get in an accident or something happens to your car, you want to know that you can rely on the car and all the safety packages that are included in that.
In this unit, we'll take a look at expressing preferences and giving warnings.
And we'll be using would rather and had better.
A good waiter or waitress is someone who is attentive to your needs and who comes by the table often, who smiles, who is friendly, and who is willing to crack jokes with you and make small talk.
That booth okay? No, I'd rather sit here. No problem.
Coffee?
Thanks. Sure. No, I'd rather have hot chocolate.
Okay.
Oh, could I have a little whipped cream on top?
Of course.
Whoa, wait. That's too much whipped cream.
Now, ready to order?
No, I need a little more time to decide. I was dumb. What?
I need a little more time to decide.
You never say that in this diner. Why? You'll find out. Waitress. Come on, we better go. And remember, never say,
I need more time to decide.
So, what time are Michelle and Joe coming again?
We said about 6:30.
And it's 6 o'clock now. You know, this whole day has just been one hassle. The computer crashed at work. I was stuck in traffic all the way home with people honking at me. And then I forgot to go to the grocery store and pick up dinner. You know, I would rather just go out.
Hey, it's okay. I would rather go out myself. And you know what? I'll even pay for it.
Great. Do you think you should call and make reservations?
Yeah, I'd better call and make reservations. And you know what you'd better do?
What?
Sit here and take a load off while I do it.
Great.
Take care.
Thanks.
In order to keep in shape, I work out with weights, I cycle, and I practice Aikido.
I do step aerobics about 3 or 4 times a week. I incorporate strength exercises in my routine. I stretch and do abdominal exercises. I like to go rollerblading, skiing. I walk a lot.
I go to the gym a little bit. I love cycling. I love all sports, basically. When I get the time to do it, I cycle, swim, or ski, anything.
I don't do anything. I'm not in shape. I don't do anything to keep in shape. I don't feel as though that I am in shape.
I keep in shape by teaching aerobics, and I do that 12 hours a week. I teach step, funk, dancing, boxing, and I swim, and scuba diving.
In this unit, we'll take a look at making a complaint and offering a solution.
And we'll be using the real conditional.
When I stay in a hotel room, I expect to see a television, a telephone, hopefully a nice view, a bathroom that's clean and has everything I need.
Front desk, this is Andrew. How can I help you?
Hello, this is Myrtle Moore in room 718. We've got a big problem.
Okay, Mrs. Moore, what's the problem?
The air conditioner doesn't work.
I'm sorry to hear that, Mrs. Moore. I'll take care of it right away.
Well, please, hurry.
Front desk, this is Andrew.
Myrtle Moore, room 718.
Yes, Mrs. Moore. Didn't someone come up to fix your air conditioner?
Well, yes, but now we've got another big problem.
What's that?
There aren't enough hangers in the closet.
All right, I'll send the bellboy up as soon as he's free. Front desk, Andrew speaking.
Myrtle Moore, 718. We've got a serious problem here.
Yes, Mrs. Moore. What's the problem now?
My husband is taking a bath and he can't turn off the water.
All right, Mrs. Moore. I'll send the plumber up as soon as he comes on duty.
There'll be a flood if you don't send him immediately.
Yes, ma'am. Front desk, this is Andrew. How may I help you?
This is Myrtle Moore.
Yes, Mrs. Moore. How nice to hear from you again.
Yes, well, we've got a serious problem here. Our bed just fell down.
Could you hold on for just 1 second? Thank you.
Hello?
Take over, Brad. I'm going to join the Army.
Hello?
You know, Tommy, I've been thinking about taking a trip down to my mom's this weekend, and I can't decide whether to fly or to drive.
Well, you know, if you fly, you'll save some time.
Yeah. But if I fly, then I'll have to take a cab to the airport.
Right.
I'll have to drag my luggage with me and take a cab to my mom's house.
Yeah, you're right. If you drive, you will save some money and you won't have much of a hassle.
Right. But if I drive, then I won't be able to see any of the scenery because I'll have to keep my eyes on the road the whole time, and I'll just be cramped into a seat for 8 hours.
Hey, and you know what? If you fly, they also give you a free meal and an in-flight movie.
Yeah. But if I fly, then I could be delayed at the airport
Right.
for an hour or circling the airport for another hour. It could take me forever.
You know what? Maybe you should take a train.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, take a train.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think I will.
Do it.
To be a farmer, it's really tough. I grew up in Kansas City, Missouri, and there's many farmers in Kansas and Missouri, and everything's dependent on the weather for them. Unless you are a big corporation, it's very difficult. And people depend on the farmers to do well for their livelihood. So everybody's kind of interlocked.
I've never thought of being a farmer. I think some of my ancestors, whatever, were probably farmers, but I think farming is okay. It's a great thing, but it's not for me.
Very dirty, hardworking, but probably satisfying at the end of the day.
My knowledge in farming is I've got some ancestors and relatives that are in Mexico that they did live and work in the field. So you know what, I would probably consider being a farmer. It looks like something that you can have a little more peace of mind.
I don't think I would like to be one. I do gardening. We have a beautiful garden at our house. Actually, it's my husband who has the green thumb, but I do enjoy working in the garden as well. I like to see flowers grow. So I guess that's a type of farmer. therapeutic for me to work in the garden, and he says that I like to cut things a lot. He grows them and I cut them.
In this unit, we'll take a look at expressing likes and dislikes.
And we'll be using gerunds.
I'd rather work in an office because I'd be around more people, and I'd get to work more closely with people instead of being just at home by myself.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks a lot. All right, bye-bye. So, could you tell me a little more about this article?
Sure. Working Women magazine is interested in interviewing women who've worked from home for several years.
I see. So, what would you like to know?
Well, how do you feel about working at home?
I love it.
Why?
I love working whenever I want.
That sounds good.
Also, I always hated commuting. I hated getting up at 6 and taking the crowded train. Now I go walking before work, and I save money on clothes now. I can wear whatever I want.
That certainly sounds nice. What else do you like about working at home?
I like using email and faxes. Before, I think I wasted a lot of time at meetings.
Tell me, are there any problems working at home? Are you ever lonely?
Oh, well, occasionally, but that's not my problem. There's really only one problem I haven't solved yet.
What's that?
Hello again. Honey, can you do me a big favor? I'm late for a meeting. Can you get my suit from the cleaners? I need it for tomorrow.
Okay, Mike. So, excuse me. Hello? Hi, Ma. Can I call you back? Because I'm busy right now. Yeah, I see. Speak to you later. Bye.
Is that the problem?
Yes. When I'm working at home, my family doesn't really think I'm working.
You know, I just came back from the best ski trip.
Oh, how'd you like skiing?
I love skiing. Rushing down the mountain, traveling up the mountain, drinking the hot chocolate when you get to the lodge.
That all sounds a little too fast-paced for me. I like something slow, like golf.
I never understood what the big deal was about golfing. What do you like about it?
Well, there's... You know, there's...
Do you like walking?
Well, I like walking, yeah.
Oh, do you like being outdoors?
I love being outdoors.
Do you like hitting the ball?
Well, I'm terrible at hitting the ball.
Well, then why don't you just try hiking?
Hey, there's an idea. Is hiking a sport?
Well, I don't know, but it's good for you.
Hey, that's a good point.
I commute to work using the MBTA, the T, and it takes about 45 minutes. It's okay. It's a little hectic sometimes if it's rush hour, but it's easy. I've never had a problem, and it's cheap. You don't need a car.
I go to school on the big yellow school bus.
When there's a lot of traffic, I mean, you just wish that you had a helicopter. You wish that you weren't there. You wish you called in sick, you know, and if you're running late, it's even worse.
In this unit, we'll take a look at expressing future ability and future obligations.
And we'll be using, we'll be able to, and will have to.
I went on a vacation
and had just enough money to do everything that I wanted to do on the vacation. When I came back, I had to get my car out of the parking lot and had no money to get my car out. So we had to get billed for the parking lot fee.
Can I get you coffee or dessert? Okay, how many coffees? How many desserts? All right, 4 coffees, 2 desserts. Cool.
Excuse me.
I'll take that. Uh-oh. Got a little problem, Bruce.
What's wrong?
I don't have my wallet. Can I borrow some money?
Oh, sure. How much do you need?
Well, about $100. Listen, I'm sorry about this. I'll pay you back.
Oh, that's no problem. Uh-oh. I've only got $5. I'm sorry, man. You said you were paying, and so I didn't bring much money with me.
Well, what about a credit card?
I don't have any credit cards.
Well, what are we going to do?
Well, why don't we ask the girls?
We can't ask the girls. This is a date. I'd rather die than ask the girls.
Well, then I guess we'll just have to talk to the manager.
We have a little problem.
May I help you?
Yes, I forgot my wallet, and I need to know. I was wondering if it would be okay for me to leave for a few minutes so I could get my wallet.
You know, this is very interesting. The same exact thing happened last night. The man went to get his wallet, and he never came back. No, I have a much better idea. You and your friends will just have to stay here and wash some dishes.
Wash dishes? We can't wash dishes. We're on a date, and we're going to be late for a party.
Well, then, I guess I'll just have to call the police.
Tim, we're going to be late for the party.
Sorry, Mary, we're not going to be able to leave for a little while.
Why?
Well, this is really embarrassing. I forgot my wallet, and Bruce doesn't have any money either, so we're going to have to stay and wash some dishes.
The same thing happened to me last month. How much do you need?
Kristen, will you be able to come to my big presentation this Friday?
I'd love to, but what time does it start?
It is at 1:15 sharp.
1:15.
1:15.
I have a lunch meeting, but I can reschedule it, and then I'll be able to come.
You'll be able to reschedule?
Mm-hmm. How long does it last?
It's about an hour, hour and a half.
An hour, hour and a half. I have that report to turn into Bill at 3:30, but you know what? I'll just call Bill and tell him that we'll have to do it at another time.
Well, you'll do what?
I'll just call Bill and tell him that we'll have to do it at another time.
Oh, yeah. Well, Bill will understand. Bill's a great guy.
He will, and I'd love to go to your presentation.
I would love to have you at my presentation.
I didn't want to go to my meetings anyway.
Who wants to go to meetings?
Shrimp scampi is my favorite seafood recipe. Yeah, I do have my own recipe for it. Lots of garlic and butter and fresh breadcrumbs.
I love seafood, and I don't really have a favorite fish. I suppose sushi and maybe spicy tuna would be my favorite.
I don't have a special recipe, though. I like people to cook for me, and that's the best.
No, I don't especially like seafood. My husband loves seafood. I don't like seafood. I don't like to cook seafood. I don't like the smell of seafood.
I like seafood and I love to cook. I cook salmon a lot. My husband is a fisherman, so he brings home salmon and halibut and mahi-mahi. We grill it, and I have a great salsa recipe that uses mango and jalapeno peppers and garlic. It's really good.